Hi, everybody. Welcome into Swain County High School as we open up our 2017 softball season here at home. We had a rain out on Tuesday. We're playing on Thursday as we kind of had to move the schedule around a little bit due to some rain earlier in the week. And actually, we had heavy rain on Wednesday. So the infield is, they've really had to work on it today. I know with Coach Toby Burrell and Neil Blankenship, they were working on that today. And we've got the first batter of the first game to open up the season here as our Maroon Devils have our pitcher in the circle here this afternoon, and that is right-hander Taylor Day, and we are off and running here in 2017. Nobody on base, the first batter, and she has a quick called 2 strikes. She hasn't taken the bat off her shoulder yet. We're talking about April Arnst, the leadoff hitter for the Blue Ridge Bobcats from up in Jackson County. They're here today at Swain County High School opening up the season, and Taylor Day stepping back on the pitcher's rubber, and here we go again with 2 strikes quickly on the batter, and there is call strike number 3. So already the first strikeout of the season for pitcher Taylor Day as April Arnst, the starting shortstop for the Bobcats, goes down, didn't take the bat off her shoulder. Blue Ridge High School up between Glenville and Cashers, if you will. There's a foul ball. The first time we've seen a pitch actually get a bat on the ball here this afternoon. So Anna got a piece of that one. It's going to be foul, though, back into the fence behind home plate. So 2 outs, 2 strikes, and the base is empty here on the top of the first inning. Our Lady Devils just a strike away from coming into bat. That one just low and outside for a ball. But a lot of chatter. Our Lady Devil is going to be wearing maroon pants with white jerseys with some maroon sleeves and maroon numbers here this afternoon. Their caps are black with maroon. And the pitch in. There's a well-hit ball right up the middle for a base hit. Coming into second base is a throw, so a well-hit ball. Again, a base hit by Anna Stewart. And that is the first hit of the ball game. So Anna Stewart just rips it right up the middle. No chance for a play defensively. And that's going to bring us now with a runner on first base and Cheyenne Bryson batting with 2 out. And a runner on here for Blue Ridge now. After we had a couple of early tentative batters, Anna Stewart says, hey, no more of this, and she gets on with a base hit. And coming in now is going to be a call strike on Cheyenne Bryson, the cleanup batter, and the starting first baseman this afternoon for Blue Ridge. Of course, we play them every year as they come down from Jackson County. There's a swing and a miss for a strike. Jumping off first base is going to be Anna Stewart, but she gets back over there at first base. Trying to keep an eye on her is one of our seniors, Tori Treadway. Down at second base this afternoon, we have, we have a new side of the infield over there, a freshman, Kenzie Engelman, and there is a strike 3, and so Blue Ridge goes down with only 1 hit here on the top of the first inning and 3 strikeouts. Outstanding job by Taylor Day. So they leave one stranded, but we go to the bottom of the first inning. Our Lady Devils will be coming to bat after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. Bottom of the first inning here. No score at Swain County High School. And an attempted bunt by our leadoff batter here. We're talking about Grace Cabe, our starting shortstop, one of our juniors on this team, wearing number 23. The top three batters here for our Lady Devils in the bottom of the first inning will be Grace Cabe, Erin Jenkins, and Kenzie Eagleman, a junior, a senior, and a freshman. We've got some new folks to look at this year for our Lady Devils softball team, but Coach Toby Burrell is very optimistic. He really likes this group. There's a bunt. Oh, is it going to be fair? No, it did roll foul just on the third base side of the plate. So coming back is going to be Grace. But he feels really good about this team. He says we've been working really, really hard, and everybody's excited to start the season. And he really feels like the senior group is going to have a great, great season. They've matured a lot, and they're ready to go. So I know a lot of these girls were here last year, and we hope it's going to be a really, really good season. Our Lady Devils have that tremendous history, and that pitch is going to be in for a ball. And we have that great tradition of winning softball here at Swain County High School. We know what it's like to play for a state championship. We know what it's like to make it to the Final Four. In what used to be the days of Walnut Creek. I know Walnut Creek is no longer, but we know what it's like to be there and play at the highest level in softball, not only in the conference. We've won so many conference championships over the years, and we have that tradition of having a lot of pride and wanting to go deep into the playoffs. We have no score, and you can hear the wind blowing around here. It's blowing really hard. That pitch low, and that's going to be ball number 4. So Grace Cabe is on with the first walk of the game by either pitcher. The pitcher this afternoon for Blue Ridge in the pitcher's circle is Anna Stewart. And that is going to be walk number 1. Erin Jenkins is batting now with 1 on and nobody out. Kenzie Eagleman on deck, and Alicia Green is coming up following her here on the bottom of the first inning. And again, it's a breezy afternoon, and that wind makes the wind chill factor quite chilly, if you know what I mean. So the senior, Erin, digs in. Pitch outside for a ball. Big lead over there at first base by Grace Cabe. You can tell by that lead she is just dying to take off and go to second base. So we feel like if there's a ball in play, Grace Cabe is going to make a strong effort to get into second base safely here as she is ready to go. Watching, of course, her coach Toby Burrell over at third. There's another slap hit. This one is going to be foul. And coming on back is Grace. Grace was already at second base when that ball hit the yellow flowers out there. Good to see Mike Treadway out here looking good as always. Checking out softball this afternoon at Swain County High School as Erin Jenkins digs back in at the plate. Grace ready to charge off first base with the ball in play, the windup and the pitch, and it is going to be right down to first base, easily down to second, and now into first base safely with a base hit is going to be Erin Jenkins. So no problem for Grace Cabe. She was at second base really before the second baseman over there for Blue Ridge could even make a play on the ball. So outstanding work. Infield single there for Erin Jenkins. So we've got runners on first and second and nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Kenzie Eagleman batting now. One of the freshmen starting this afternoon. Matter of fact, looking at the lineup, she is the only freshman starting this afternoon. So she's batting in the number 3 spot, our starting second baseman. Pitch in, and it's going to be a ball. Runners on first and second already. On deck behind Kenzie is going to be Alicia Green, one of our seniors, starting right fielder. Then we have Briar Buchanan, another senior, batting on down the lineup here. Wind has kind of died down for the moment. Pitch in the dirt. Now taking off at first and second. Both runners are advancing. That ball in the dirt, the catcher couldn't dig it up fast enough. Talking about Callan Brown behind the plate for the Bobcats. So now runners advancing to second and third. And I tell you, they are both quick. Grace Cabe and Erin Jenkins, when that ball got in the dirt, they took off in a hurry. So it's already good to see. We've got some quick people on base in the leadoff spots, and they are not afraid to take off. Grace Cabe and Erin Jenkins, quick people on the base pass. Nobody out. Again, we're in the bottom of the first inning and already threatening to put some runs on the board with Kenzie Eagleman hanging tough at the plate. And this one is going to be high for a ball. We'll talk more about our schedule in just a little bit. We had a couple of adjustments in a revised softball schedule, but this is game number 1 that was rained out on Tuesday, playing here on a Thursday afternoon. There's a rifle shot down the third baseline. Wow, that one just of course, but she really hit that ball hard. So now the runners stay at second and third with still nobody out. Kenzie hanging in there. The freshman digs in. Now getting back into the batter's box as, again, the starting pitcher this afternoon, Anna Stewart for Blue Ridge, having a tough first inning, and that's going to be ball number 4. So already we have the bases loaded. So Kenzie is on. Now batting is going to be Alicia Green, our senior cleanup batter, our starting right fielder. And wow, this is just what cleanup batters dream of, coming on with the bases loaded and no out, and a huge potential for a huge inning here for our Lady Devils now. Blue Ridge, of course, no runs on the bottom of the first inning. That pitch low for a ball. Our baseball team, normally playing adjacent to us here at Swain County High School, had to move up to the Swain County Recreation Park because a really muddy home plate area with all the rain we had just yesterday. And we had some hard rain all across western North Carolina. Much needed rain, except on baseball and softball fields. Obviously, rain and infields don't mix too well. There's a high pop that's going to be out of play. Matter of fact, out of the infield for no play down the right field side for a foul. Again, all the runners ready to go. We've got them loaded. Hanging in there, Alicia Green, taking a good rip. And here we go. This pitch is going to be high for a ball. Already we've had a couple of walks here in the first inning from the pitching of Blue Ridge. And it's always tough for a defense if you walk in a run. That's something they don't like to see. Oh, that pitch in the dirt, and that is going to be ball 4, and that is going to walk in a run. So already 3 walks here in the first inning. And the Lady Devils are getting it done at the plate with a good eye to look for good pitches. And wow, the wind is really cranking up here. We're, of course, in the broadcast booth here adjacent to the softball field. It is really blowing hard this afternoon. But again, it's blowing out, so it's going to be a pitcher's wind, if you know what, or a batter's wind. There's a foul ball. So if anybody can really get a hold of a good softball with this wind blowing out, that wind could really help the batters here this afternoon. So now already the Lady Devils up 1-0 with a walked-in run. Bases still loaded and still nobody out. Well, the windup and the throw. There's a well-hit ball over second base. It's going to be in for a base hit, and everybody will advance. And the Lady Devils now with a 2-0 lead on the base hit by Briar Buchanan. Good job by Briar. Just ripped it up the middle. Got a big RBI on that one. So Briar, I guess, gets the first RBI of the game. Our first run was walked in. So Briar, one of the seniors, our center fielder, rips it right over second base where nobody could get to it for a nice base hit. And now batting is going to be Gabby Jones, another senior, our starting third baseman. Pitch high and outside for a ball from the Blue Ridge starting pitcher here this afternoon, Anna Stewart, who is having a very tough first inning here with already a 2-0 score and nobody out and the bases loaded, trying to pitch out of this inning. Pitch in the dirt. We've seen some of those here in the first. Pitches have come in a little bit low. The outfielders for Blue Ridge are playing kind of short. They're playing kind of in, not playing too deep right now. So a well-hit ball is going to go easily to the fence. There's a rip right at the pitcher. Pitcher knocks it down, comes home. They get the lead runner, and that's the smart play, of course, and that's going to be out number 1. So Gabby hits into a fielder's choice. And we have 1 down with a still 2-0 lead, and still the bases are loaded here. So our Lady Devils, again, really off to a great start here. Batting now is going to be Tori Treadway. Stepping into the batter's box, another senior this afternoon. Pitch high, way outside. Everybody moving up, coming from third hard. That's run number 3. So again, a wild pitch is going to score a run. And now we have first base open. So our Lady Devils really enjoying some outstanding work here this afternoon at the plate. against the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Early in the first inning, setting the stage, getting it done offensively. Troy Treadway digging in, pitch in, just caught the outside corner for a strike. Behind Torrey, we're going to have Kendall Jones, our designated player. Then we have Callan Brown. Then we'll go back to the top of the lineup. Oh, quickly, 2 strikes now on Torrey Treadway, our senior first baseman. She's going to be at first base this year, as again we've had to rebuild that side of the infield at first and second base. There's a foul ball. No play. Still runners at second and third. Only one down, though, here in the first inning. And already a 3-0 Lady Devil lead here. Pitch just missing for a ball. We already see the sun is shining right into the eyes of the outfielders, especially the right fielder, the second baseman, the first baseman, and even somewhat the pitcher on the defense. They're looking kind of into the sun here. There's a well-hit ball, and it's going to be right at the center fielder, though, and she has it for out number 2. Throw comes in, but scoring from third base. Good hustle over there by our Lady Devils. Good hustle over there to get another run on the scoreboard. And now the throw is going to be throwing it around in the infield and moving. Wow, we have another run in. So quickly, 2 more runs are in. We have Briar Buchanan and doing a good job. And so, wow, bases are empty. And now our Lady Devils quickly with a 5-0 lead, and the base is empty. So again, it's been a struggle here for Blue Ridge on the bottom of the first inning defensively, trying to get the pitches across the plate. We've had some wild pitches. Kendall Jones batting now. But the base is empty and a 5-0 lead. Again, that throw coming into second base. They threw it to the wrong base in the infield, and they have just had a tough time. Oh, right at the pitcher. She just stuck her glove out, and that's quickly out number 3. But again, Kendall Jones hit the ball well, but just really literally into the pitcher's glove for out 3. So nobody left on base, though, but our Lady Devils out to a quick 5-0 lead after 1. We'll be back with the top of the second after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We've played one already here on a breezy Thursday afternoon at Swain County High School here at our Lady Devil softball field, and we are out to a quick 5-0 lead over the Blue Ridge Lady Bobcats coming down from Jackson County. And again, they're up near Cashers. Of course, they don't play football, but baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball. They've been there for so many years. And now the pitch in. Already 2 quick balls as the Lady Devils have a comfortable 5-0 lead for right-hander Taylor Day in the pitcher's circle this afternoon. I can remember back in the day as the pitch comes in, that's going to be a ball, a quick 3-0 count on the hitter for Blue Ridge, and that is Devin Hennon, their left fielder. I can remember back in the day when it was a Glenville High School instead of Blue Ridge, but they renamed it several years ago. But of course, a lot of folks. Oh, there's a pitch in for a strike. Good pitch for, again, Taylor Day, our right-hander. Taylor had a good season last year. Won 8 ball games, a 4.1 ERA. Taylor Day, a senior. And we have some seniors on this team. 7 seniors. There's ball 4, unfortunately. And that's going to be the first one given up today by Taylor. So Blue Ridge getting their first base runner here this afternoon. No, check that. Their second base runner. They had 1 hit in the top of the first inning by pitcher Anna Stewart. That was a single up the middle, and she got stranded over at first base as Taylor struck out 3 Lady Bobcats. Now batting is going to be Caitlin Stewart, their catcher, digging in. Let's see if Blue Ridge is going to be more aggressive at the plate than they were in the first inning. Pitch in for a strike, because you would think that the batters coming up here in the top of the second saw what Taylor Day was throwing, and she was throwing a lot of strikes. And if you see that, you better come up ready to go. Better get that bat off your shoulder. Pitch in for another strike. 2 quick strikes on Caitlin Stewart. And they have a runner on first base again, Devin Hennon. But our Lady Devils right now with a good 5-0 lead. Top of the second inning, 1 on, nobody out. That pitch just missing outside. But we have 7 seniors on this team and a lot of starters here. Aaron Jenkins, Alicia Green, Briar Buchanan, Gabby Jones, Tori Treadway, Callan Brown, Taylor Day, all senior starters here this afternoon. So a senior-led softball team. Strike 3, 1 down. Good job again by Taylor Day. That is strikeout number 4 on the afternoon as Kaylee Bryson, the starting right fielder now for the Bobcats, is going to be stepping up with 1 on and 1 out in the top of the second inning. And we appreciate you listening in here on the Maroon Devils Network here on a breezy, chilly Thursday. In case you can't get off work, I know game time was at 4 o'clock, so people still working. We hope you can, whether on your computer at home or on your phone, you can check us out on the Maroon Devils Network here as we're broadcasting live on a Thursday afternoon. Pitch in. That one fouled away. And not sure where the runner is going. She went all the way to second and realized, oh, foul ball. Got to come back here. We're talking about Devin Hennon. Not giving her a hard time, but that was fouled all the way. So I tell you, maybe just to keep warm. I tell you, it's a chilly afternoon. Got to keep these girls warm out here playing in this wind. There's a ball that is going to roll foul. Just died. It's going to be foul. It was just kind of spinning there. It had some spin on it on the first baseline, and it just rolled foul before we could make a play on it. So another foul ball that sometimes those just sit there and spin, but this one actually rolled foul outside first base. Being more aggressive out of the batter's box here. Now with a chance to get runs on the board as our Lady Devils lead 5-0. There's a wild pitch, and the runner is coming from third. Oh, she's going to be hung up, and tagging her easily is going to be Taylor on down to second base. Is there a double play? Oh, we dropped the ball at second, but almost a double play opportunity. But good hustle over there by Taylor Day to literally get the quick throw from our catcher behind the plate, Caitlin Stewart, easily tagged or cut off the runner. Runner didn't even make it to home plate, not even close. Outstanding defense there by our catcher and pitcher, Caitlin Stewart. Or by our catcher, Callan Brown and Taylor Day. Really good job defensively. Pitch in now for a ball. So I tell you, Callan Brown, our senior catcher behind the plate, really did a good job getting that ball to Taylor, who was covering home plate very well. And it was not even a close play. Matter of fact, the runner turned around and tried to retreat to third, which is normally not a good plan. And Taylor easily ran her down and tagged her. Then we almost had a double play over at second base as the runner from second was trying to go to third. But Anyway, 2 out now. Still no score for Blue Ridge. And one runner at second base. Still down there is Kaylee Bryson. There's a strike in. Taylor still getting him in the strike zone. Doing a good job pitching in the circle. Had a solid year last year and already looking good here on day one of the 2017 season as Zoe Alvarez at the plate now with 2 out, runner on second. There's a swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 3. So Blue Ridge got a couple of base runners. They're going to leave one stranded, but we go to the bottom of the second inning, and our Lady Devils up 5-0 over the Lady Bobcats. We'll be back with the bottom of the second after this timeout. Strike number 3. Now stepping in is going to be Aaron Jenkins. Nobody on here on the bottom of the second inning. We had a huge first inning with 5 runs. Aaron Jenkins batting now. On deck is going to be Kenzie Eagleman, our starting second baseman. Pitch high for a ball. But a very good first inning for our Lady Devils here in the first game of the season to, gain some confidence, get some runs across the plate. We saw some very aggressive base running that really proved to be effective in the bottom of the first inning. So our girls off to a good start here. Stepping back in is going to be Aaron Jenkins. As we mentioned, normally we have a baseball game on the field next door, but our boys are playing up at the Swain County Recreation Park because of a very muddy home plate area from all the rain we had just yesterday on Wednesday. I know Toby Burrell told me before the game that's a little bit to the outfielders. They are looking into the sun, and that is a problem when you've got a ball that hangs up in the air some. They're looking into the sunshine, more so in right field and center field, but even left fielders are going to be having a little bit of a problem looking into that sun here this afternoon. It is very bright. So a tough play. Batting now is going to be Kenzie Eagleman. That ball hit into left field for a clean base hit. Left fielder couldn't get a glove on it. It gets by. Going to be an extra base. So a run will score. And Kenzie with a big RBI. And a stand-up double over there at second base. So a big RBI and our first run of the second inning. It's a 6-0 Lady Devil lead. So good job offensively there. As Kenzie, base hit. Mishandled in left field and gets an extra base out of that one. Now there's another ground ball. This one off the third base glove. And now rounding third and coming home, scoring is going to be Kenzie Eagleman. Good, aggressive base running. The run is in. And now down at first base without RBI is going to be Alicia Green. So Alicia, again, nice job at the plate. That's the second error of this inning by Blue Ridge defensively. But another run is in. It's a 7-0 Maroon Devil lead. And now we have, let's see, looks like we're going to have Briar Buchanan stepping into the batter's box. So again, our Lady Devils hitting the ball, running well, but a couple of defensive lapses by Blue Ridge not helping their effort at all. Jumping off first base, Alicia Green, one of our seniors. And she looks like she's ready to go as well. Our base runners have been doing an outstanding job on the bases. Coach Toby Burrell, of course, over at third. And he likes his girls to run, and it's paid off so many times. There's another well-hit ball. This one in for a base hit to left field. She mishandles it again, having a tough time. Rounding second, coming on into third. Sliding in safely is going to be Alicia Green. And now safely down at second base. Good job by Briar Buchanan, as she has a double. And again, the left fielder, the second error of the inning out there in left field. Gabby Jones, who got on with the fielder's choice last time, now steps into the batter's box. I know Lady Devils have a 7-0 lead here on the bottom of the second inning. As you know, there is a mercy rule if you lead by 10 after 5. So we'll see how that plays out here. We're in the second inning. Another rip ball down the third baseline. This one is going to be just foul. Runs into the infield tarp out there on the left field fence. But again, the Blue Ridge Lady Bobcats have had a tough inning. At least 3 mishandled balls here that have resulted in our Lady Devils getting some extra bases, turning singles into doubles and turning a couple of runs on the scoreboard as well. Ground ball. Toby Burrow makes a play on this one. Pretty good job over there, Coach Burrow. He didn't have any error. He played it cleanly and didn't even have a glove. So anyway, all right. Digging back in at the plate now. Our Lady Devils getting it done. This one in the dirt. Gabby Jones watched this one. And Gabby got on, as we mentioned last time, with the fielder's choice. On deck is going to be Tori Tridway and Kendall Jones here in the bottom of the second inning. 7-0 Lady Devil lead. The windup and the throw. Pitch high for a ball. We have runners on second and third ready to go. And any ball in play, I have a feeling they're going to take off. Pitch in, just missing for a ball. Good eye at home plate by Gabby Jones, one of our seniors who's played a lot of softball, of course. But we'll take a look at our schedule here in just a minute, tell you about some games coming up. As a matter of fact, coming up next week, we're going to be at Hiawassee Dam on Tuesday, March 7. Mark that day on your calendar. There's a well-hit ball to second base, played cleanly on to first. That's going to be an out. 1 run is in, but it's not going to count. So we leave a couple on base, and we get a couple here. We go to the top of the third. Our Lady Devils in control, 7-0, with Blue Ridge coming to bat after this. Fans, welcome back. We have Played 2 innings here at Swain County High School this afternoon. Our Lady Devils are still throwing a shutout. No runs on the board for the Lady Bobcats of Blue Ridge High School. We've played some outstanding defense and some great offense as well. Pitch in as again Taylor keeps throwing those good pitches, and she has had a good strikeout to ball ratio here, and really getting the ball in the strike zone, which is what you got to do. Blue Ridge trying to get their first run of the game together. Pitch in for a strike. And again, we're just seeing a lot of Blue Ridge hitters come up, and that bat is not leaving their shoulder here this afternoon. Faith Bryson batting now, number 10. Bottom of the order here for Blue Ridge. On deck is going to be April Arts, their leadoff hitter. That pitch too high. But again, a nice job by Taylor Day here. Got a shutout going. As a matter of fact, looking at it unofficially, she has given up only 1 hit on the day and already 4 strikeouts on the afternoon in 2 innings. Nobody on. Just trying to get the ball in the strike zone. Working that strike zone. Good pitch for a strike. On deck again, as we mentioned, top of the lineup, April Arnst and Bree Queen, the number 1-2 batters for Blue Ridge. As again, we're looking into the sun just like the outfielders and the right side of the infield doing the same. That's when you pull down the bill of your cap, and that one is going to be ball 4. So the second walk of the day now, given up by our Lady Devils, and Blue Ridge with a runner on and nobody out. Faith Bryson on. Last inning, they actually had a couple of base runners on second and third, but they just could not get them across home plate. April Arts, now the leadoff batter, struck out the first time. She starts to show bunt, but pulls the bat back. But talking about our Lady Devils softball season, coming up next week, we're going to be at Hiawassee Dam. And boy, Hiawassee Dam, past 2 or 3 years, they have really kind of ruled the roost, so to speak, in the Smoky Mountain Conference. That pitch is going to be fouled in the dirt for a foul ball. So we're going to be on the road Tuesday at Hiawassee Dam. Then we'll be back home on Friday, March 10th, hosting Robbinsville. So next week, Tuesday at Hiawassee Dam, and next Friday, March 10th, Robbinsville here at home. Pitch in for a strike. And our infield moving in, expecting a bunt attempt again. Blue Ridge with a runner on first base, trying to get that run across on the scoreboard, but so far not working against this Lady Devil defense that has been really tough. Pitch in for a ball. Missing again. And you can hear the wind in our microphone in the headset here this afternoon. It is blowing literally from home plate out toward the outfield. And of course, we're located just outside the right field fence, and it's coming right at us. So a hitter's win. Pitch in for a call, third strike. Taylor Day knocks him down again. That's the second time today she has struck out the leadoff batter, April Arnst. Bree Quinn batting now with 1 down. Runner at first base. And Bree struck out her first time. So, again, Taylor getting some of these Lady Bobcats to strike out with the bat on their shoulder looking at pitches. She has a good velocity here this afternoon. Bringing it. That one is going to be strike 1. Bree Quinn, the starting center fielder, struck out last time. Anna Stewart, their starting pitcher, is on deck. But our Lady Devils in control right now, 7-0, in case you're just tuning in here on the Maroon Devils Network. Another attempted bunt, going to be in for a strike. Coming hard from third base over there is Gabby Jones, again anticipating a bunt attempt by Blue Ridge, trying to advance the base runner. Now the wind dies down. Ground ball. Taylor on to second. Oh, got the runner, and that's just an outstanding defensive play. Lead runner cut off at second base for 2 out. So good job, Taylor Day, going to second base. Good hustle over there. Kenzie Eagleman at second base, and over there also at shortstop, Grace Cabe, making sure the bag is covered. So 2 down now. Anna Stewart, the starting pitcher for the Lady Bobcats, digging in now with 2 out, 1 on, and still no runs on the board. We're in the top of the 3rd inning already. Our Lady Devils, a lot of chatter on defense. A lot of good chatter back there behind home plate in the dugout as well. Pitch high, just missing. Our Lady Devils right now no JV team, but potentially down the road, maybe a JV team coming up. I know we have all the girls on the roster and a lot of folks on the roster with maybe a potential JV team at some point. Pitch in the dirt for a ball. Runner back to first base quickly. Bree Quinn gets back on the bag. Got a few brave and tough fans coming out here backing up our Lady Devils here on a very breezy afternoon. Temperature around 50, but that wind chill much colder with the wind. Pitch in for a strike. Taylor getting them in the strike zone here this afternoon. Sophie has only given up a couple of walks and really no damage from either one, as nobody has scored for Blue Ridge. The windup and the throw. Well hit ball. That one could be out of here. Holy cow, that ball was ripped. It had almost hit the scoreboard in straightaway center field. So a 2-run homer by their pitcher. And I tell you, Anna Stewart just launched that softball. When that thing left her bat, it was up in the air so high and so well hit. Literally, it hit right below our scoreboard in straightaway center field. So that was over 200 feet that softball traveled. And the first 2 runs of the game for Blue Ridge. So a 2-run homer just blasted over straightaway center field. No chance at any play on that one. That ball was that was a moon shot. Didn't even come close to the fence. It cleared the fence by a good 10 feet. That was and there's a foul ball off the bat this time of Cheyenne Bryson batting now with nobody on base. But normally you don't see a softball get that high up in the air. It's more of a lower line drive type hit when it clears the fence, but that one was way up in the air. Pitch outside for a ball. So now all of a sudden it's a 7-2 game with that 2-run homer. Oh, I'm sorry, 8-2. Get my unofficial score correct. So 8-2 the score. We had 3 in that second inning as opposed to 2. We appreciate Joe Holt doing all the job on the camera today. We've got Cameron Glasgow working here with us this afternoon as well, learning the ropes on the camera work and the audio video of the Maroon Devils Network. Taylor with the windup and the throw. This one is going to be popped up, and it's going to be, I think it hit our first baseman. Their runner ran into our first baseman, so I think everybody's going to be okay. Rule, apparently, that was a foul ball. I really thought for a second there it might have hit our player, which would be a fair ball, but apparently not, says the umpire, who's right there, of course, on top of the play at first base. So coming back is Cheyenne Bryson, and she's going to try it again. So bodies colliding, and the softball, they say, is going to go foul. She digs back in, and here we go. Pitch is going to be high and away. Nobody on. We're in the top of the third inning now, and Blue Ridge has gotten back into this game a little bit. 8-2 ball game. The windup and a throw is going to be low for a ball, and that's going to be ball 4. So now Cheyenne Bryson is on base. And Devin Hennon is going to be coming in to bat now for Blue Ridge. So 2 outs. All this has happened with 2 outs now for Blue Ridge. The 2-run homer and now a base runner down at first with a walk, and Devin Hennon, who walked last time. That pitch in the dirt for a ball. Scooping up behind the plate is going to be Callan Brown. Callan has been doing a good job back there. We cut off 1 run at home plate already with a good play defensively between her and pitcher Taylor Day when we had a runner coming from third with a pitch in the dirt. So Callan doing a good job keeping the ball in front of her. Pitch in, ball 2. Now a quick word of encouragement over there from our third baseman, Gabby Jones. Just to let her know, hey, all the girls are back here behind you, Taylor, and keep bringing them. Pitch in, ball 3. Again, we appreciate Coach Toby Burrell and Coach Neil Blankenship doing a lot of work on this infield and getting ready to play. There was a chance earlier today that it might not happen. As a matter of fact, to Soet on the baseball field next door, game had to be moved up to the rec park, and now the late swing by the batter is going to be strike 1 now. So again, Devin Hennon, just kind of a late swing at that pitch. Now the windup and the throw, and that's going to be ball number 4. So again, now Blue Ridge with runners on first and second. We've had 2 consecutive walks here, and Caitlin Stewart batting, who struck out last time for Blue Ridge. So the now head coach Toby Burrell wants to come out and talk to his pitcher, Senior Taylor Day, and make sure everything is okay. And we'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. Got a little conference between head coach Toby Burrell and his infield and pitcher Taylor Day, and Taylor comes right back with a strike. That's the way to get it right back in the groove there. Caitlin Stewart batting now. Kaylee Bryson on deck for Blue Ridge. Lady Bobcats hanging in here, 8-2. Lady Devil lead, though, here in the top of the third, and 2 out. Runners on first and second. There's a well-hit ball right up the middle. This one is going to go all the way to the fence. 1 run is in. Another runner is coming into third base. The throw coming back into the infield. Runner coming from third is going to score. So a 2-run, 2 RBI double by Caitlin Stewart. So, again, just ripped it. That one was well hit. And that one went all the way to the fence. So there was really no play on that. It was right between the gap between right and center field. So now 2 runs are in. That makes it an 8-4 ball game. 4 runs here in the top of the third inning, and all these coming with 2 outs, believe it or not. And now Kaylee Bryson is on deck with a runner still at second base. Kaylee, ground ball to shortstop, knocking it down. No play, but a good job keeping the ball in the infield over there by Grace Cabe to hold the runner at second base. So just couldn't dig it up and throw to first. So now runners on first and second, but again, good job by Grace to knock that ball down. It's going to be interesting how that one is scored. If it's going to be an infield single, that one could very well be. As that was a shot. Zoe Alvarez, who struck out last time, batting now for Blue Ridge. Ball in the dirt. Runners advancing to second and third. And this inning has proved to be a tough one for our Lady Devils here. And again, all the damage coming with 2 outs here. We had a 2-run home run. We had a couple of walks. And a big double knocked in those 2 walks to make it a 4-run inning for Blue Ridge here on the top of the third. And still runners on second and third now. There's a foul ball on the first base side as Zoe Alvarez fouls that one away. Faith Bryson is going to be on deck. But Blue Ridge, who was very tentative in the first inning, very cautious, now coming out in the third inning, and they're starting to get more aggressive with the bat here and make some things happen. Breezy afternoon. Here's a swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2 now with 2 out. Runners at second and third. Boy, a big hit here could make it an 8-6 ball game quickly. So let's see if our Lady Devils can get one more out here and get out of this inning. Pitch in. It's going to be in the dirt. Everybody stays. Callan does a good job keeping that ball in front of her and keeping the runners honest at second and third right here with 2 out. The opening game of the season, our Lady Devils scheduled to play this game on Tuesday. It was rained out, playing today. Our only game this week. Next week we have a couple of games. Pitch in, ball in the dirt again. This time the runner starts to go, but nope. Again, good play by Callan. Taylor is right there at home plate. So remember, next week we're going to be at Hiawassee Dam on Tuesday, Robbinsville here next Friday. So we get on that 2 games a week schedule. And hopefully the weather will cooperate here. That's the baseball, softball situation. The weather, obviously a big factor. Pitch in, that's going to be strike 3. So we get them out finally after giving up 4, and they left 2 stranded here in the top of the 3rd inning. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, but now it's a much different ball game. Our Lady Devils lead it 8-4 over Blue Ridge, and we'll be right back after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning here. Our Lady Devils still in the lead, 8-4 over Blue Ridge, and we're going to lead off here with Tori Treadway, who got out with a single last time. Let's see if we can answer back as Blue Ridge put 4 on the board. There's a grounder to shortstop onto first base. Oh, way too tall. First baseman can't even come close to getting that one. Tori hustles back over to first base. So again, the infield and some of the defense totally is really hurting Blue Ridge here this afternoon. That's their 3rd error on the day as Kendall Jones is now going to be hitting. Kendall lined out to the pitcher last time. Literally, she hit the ball so hard, the pitcher for Blue Ridge, Anna Stewart, stuck out her glove and it popped right in the glove. I mean, it was just bang, bang. And the ball was well hit, but again, the pitcher just got her glove out there in time to catch it off the bat of Kendall. One of our 2 juniors starting this afternoon. Our designated player, Callan Brown, is going to be on deck. Pitch high for a ball. And already down at first base is Tori Treadway, who has been on base both times here this afternoon. Got a big single her first time up. Get on with an error here. Pitch low for a ball. But again, to echo the compliments earlier, our All-Smoky Mountain Conference all-conference players, Evan Bradley, Phineas Little, and Zeke Bradley. And, of course, our Coach of the Year, Scotty McMahon. Congratulations, guys. Honorable mention going to Darren Blankenship and Clayton Catalster. And on the girls' side, Lindsay Hicks, all-conference, and honorable mention awards to Grace Cabe and Taylor Medlin. Pitch high for a ball. That's going to be ball 4. So now Kendall is on with a walk. Talking about Grace Cabe, of course. She is our leadoff hitter on the softball team. So outstanding job. There's a well-hit ball. Unfortunately, it's going to be foul over there for Callan Brown. Our starting catcher ripped it hard over the right field fence, out of play right in front of us here as we're just outside the right field fence, just outside outfield. There's a well-hit ball up the middle. Shortstop has it, though, on to third. And no, the third baseman can't handle it, and everybody is going to be safe. So another infield error by Blue Ridge now. And the shortstop made a clean play, but just couldn't connect over at third base. So the second error on the inning. So again, defensively, it's been a tough afternoon for the Lady Bobcats of Blue Ridge High School here. They have struggled defensively. Now coming on is going to be Kendall Bowers as a pinch runner. And stepping in is going to be Grace Kay. We were just talking about Grace. Honorable mention all Smoky Mountain Conference in basketball. And she's at the plate hitting now she has been on with a walk and a strikeout in 2 times, but now she has the bases loaded. Again, Kendall Bowers, pinch runner over at first base. Here we go, and she's hit by a pitch. Wow, that's going to be 1 run in. So the easy way, or kind of, well, it's easy for us to say we were not Grace who got hit with that pitch, but a run across the plate. We hope Grace is going to be okay. Looks like she's going to be okay. And yeah, that softball, they call it soft. It is not soft. It still hurts when you get hit by it. Aaron Jenkins batting now with a 9-4 lead. Pitch high for a ball. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And our Lady Devils now with still the bases loaded here. We've had a really good inning here already. Grace down at first base now. Bases loaded. Aaron Jenkins batting. Started to go after that one. Decided not to, as she has been on twice. Had an infield single and got on with an error in 2 times. On deck is going to be Kenzie Eagleman, our only starting freshman today. Pitch low in the dirt again from pitcher Anna Stewart for Blue Ridge. Don't forget now, fans, next week, our ladies on the road at Hiawassee Dam Tuesday. And then next Friday, we're going to be right here with Robbinsville at home. Jumping into conference play straight out of the gate. Pitch in. High and outside, another walk, and another run is in. So 2 runs now in. As Aaron is on the easy way. And batting now is going to be Kenzie Eagleman, our freshman second baseman, who has been on twice as well. She got on with a walk her first time and had a big double with an RBI her last time up. I'll tell you, if she gets the ball into play this time, could be a couple of RBIs for Kenzie, the number 3 hitter and freshman. She hits this one to the shortstop. It's going to be caught. That one's easy out. As a matter of fact, the umpire already had his hand up for an infield fly rule. So the out off the bat of Kenzie. So now batting is going to be Alicia Green, our starting right fielder, who got on with a walk and an error. She's been on both times. Pitch in for a ball, just a little bit low, but still bases are loaded. Let's see if we can get it done here and get a couple of runs on the board. Right now we have, I believe we have 10. It's there's a grounder to second. They go home, not even close to being in time. Not even close. So the run will count, and on at first base is Alicia Green. So good base running. Our Lady Devils, that play was not even close. A 3-run inning already. And again, Alicia getting the ball in play. So Alicia is on with a fielder's choice, and Briar Buchanan batting now. Bases are still loaded. And we go from 10-4 to 11-4. So we can't use the old CB jargon from back in the 70s, if you will. Swinging the bat now is going to be Briar Buchanan, who had a big double last time. And an RBI single her first time up. So our Lady Devils runs on the board every inning here as we're in the 3rd. Ground ball just off her leg, going to be foul. And on deck behind Briar as the wind blows is going to be Gabby Jones. But we've had some really kind of mild weather from February, but March coming in a little bit a little bit on the chilly side here. Pitch in for a ball. Our runner is very aggressive. You know, if that ball is in play or if it gets by the catcher, they're going to be coming to home plate. Toby Burrell over there in the box at third base. Giving our runners a signal. Oh, there's a shot going all the way to the fence in center field. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Number 3 run coming into the plate and with a stand-up triple. How about that for Briar Buchanan? A stand-up triple and 3 RBIs. 3, count them, RBIs off the bat of Briar Buchanan. She just ripped it. That was a line shot into the fence over into left center field about 195 feet away, and that was just a well-hit ball, and again, 3 more big runs. So a 6-run inning already here in the third, and it's a 14-4 ball game. Our Lady Devils up by 10, and there's another hit. This one down to second base, and the second baseman gets a glove on it, but not in time as another run will score. A 7-run inning, and getting the job done again. A good RBI there as our girls are still working hard. Looks like Gabby Jones with that RBI. So, again, 3 big RBIs off Briar's bat. Gabby now with the RBI, and batting now is going to be Tori Treadway. Tori has been on twice and 2 times. A big single and got on with an error in 2 trips, but a huge 7-run third inning here. Pitch in the dirt. Hanging on down at first base is going to be Gabby, our senior third baseman. And that wind continues to blow toward the outfield. And it is chilly, to say the least. I'm guessing, I don't know, I'm not an expert on weather or anything, but I've got to guess wind chill factors have got to be in the low 40s or possibly even in the 30s. There's a wild pitch. The ball gets by the catcher. Easy hustle down to second base by Gabby Jones, getting herself into scoring position now. Tori Treadway with a ball into the outfield could score Gabby easily, I'm guessing. There is a ball that gets by the shortstop into left field, but Gabby is going to be holding over at third base. The left fielder got it back in quickly. So a single off the bat of Tori Treadway, and Kendall Jones batting now. Runners on the corners, and Kendall in 2 times has lined it to the pitcher and walked. And she looks to Toby Burrell for the side down at third base as she steps in now. A 7-run inning. Our Lady Devils up by 11, 15-4. We had 5 in the first, 3 in the second, and now 7 runs in the third inning. Pitch in, going to be a strike. Runners ready to go at first and third here for our Lady Devils now. Gabby Jones on there and Tori Treadway over at first. Ready to take off in a hurry. Pitch in, going to be a ball. Bright sunshine now. The sun's just still not ready to drop over there behind the mountain, over behind the Hazel Creek area. Runners on the corners. Here's the windup and the throw. Going to be in the dirt again for a ball. That's going to be ball 4, which will now load the bases. So Kendall Jones, her second walk in a row. Good eye at the plate, and that's going to bring up Callan Brown. Callan, our senior catcher, has been on 2 times. Now check that. She popped to third base the first time and was on with an error the second time. So let's see what Callan can do here with the bases loaded. Pitch high and away for ball 1. We'll be going back to the top of the lineup here in just a moment. Grace Cave is going to be on deck. Pitch in the dirt again. This time the catcher blocks it, trying to keep it in front of her because our base runners are so aggressive that if that ball gets by the catcher, they're going to score. Again, a lot of chatter back there in the dugout. Pitch fouled away. So a lot of enthusiasm, and I can remember so many times we played Murphy here in those Smoky Mountain Conference showdowns, and The noise was incredible. We've had so many good turnouts and so many good matches, especially with Murphy back in the day when the Henry girls played over there for their dad, and just so many outstanding games here between those two programs. There's a ground ball to the pitcher onto home plate. This time they get the lead runner and the out. So well played defensively by Blue Ridge that time. So the out, and that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup now. And Grace Cabe is going to be batting for the 4th time today. I tell you, our girl's getting some time at the plate today. Now coming on to run again is going to be Kendall Bowers, sophomore, pinch runner, and she's ready to go. Is now Grace Cabe. And 3 times has walked, struck out, and been hit by a pitch. Aaron Jenkins on deck. Pitch in, going to be in the dirt again. Everybody stays. The catcher blocks it. I'll tell you, down at third base, Kendall Bowers is quick. She was on the way with that pitch in the dirt. Pitch in the dirt again. So again, struggling with her control a little bit, Anna Stewart here this afternoon has already given up, 2 walks here in this inning. And of course, a 7-run inning already, 15-4. And the bases are still loaded. There's a ground ball by shortstop. A run is in. Everybody else will hold. Left fielder brings it back in pretty quickly. So an RBI single. Good way to start the bat here off Grace Cabe, who is again getting a big RBI single on her stat sheet. Aaron Jenkins batting now. And 3 times Aaron has had an infield single, an error, got on with an error, and walked in 3 times. And now that's going to make it a 16-4 game. There's a shot to the pitcher, and that's going to end the inning. So our Lady Devils leave the bases loaded here, but we get the runs in as well. As now we have a 17-4 lead after 3 over the Lady Bobcats of Blue Ridge. Top of the 4th inning coming up after this timeout. Fans, welcome back as we're ready to go here. The first pitch is a strike. Good way to start the inning off the right arm of Taylor Day as Blue Ridge Ladies Bobcats are now ready to go. And I believe we're going to start off with Faith Bryson batting here in the top of the 4th inning. Another big inning. There's 2 straight strikes by Taylor. And again, we had a huge inning there in the bottom of the third with 9 runs. It's now a 17-4 Lady Devil lead. A big lead for pitcher Taylor Day, and that pitch just a bit outside. So Taylor Day doing a good job in the pitcher circle here this afternoon, getting the start. That pitch for a ball, 2-2 the count now on Faith. And they'll go to the top of their lineup, and April Arntz coming up in just a moment. As again, we're in the top of the 4th inning. Our Lady Devils with a 13-run lead. If we can hang on to this one is going to be over in 5 here this afternoon. There's a foul ball, no play, just behind the plate there. And again, we have some fans out here this afternoon, some folks who have bundled up because it is a chilly afternoon here. Again, wind chills, I think at times are actually in the 30s because temperature about 50 degrees, but that wind can really gust, and when it does, it has a bite to it. All right, Taylor Day got a new softball. We're ready to go now in the circle. Gets ready to go, looks in for the signal, and that one is going to be fouled off as well. We have several all-conference players back in the Smoky Mountain Conference this year. Our Lady Devils, of course, with Briar Buchanan back. Good to see her back, one of our all-conference players. More on that in just a moment, the windup and the pitch. And there's a ground ball foul down the right side. Some of the other conference teams with all-conference players, Robbinsville has Abigail Knight, J.C. Underwood, and Lauren McGuire. Hiawassee Dam has Macy Senna and Alicia Floyd. Rosman has a couple of players, Marissa Henson and Krista Galloway. Andrews has Kenzie Gunner, and Hayesville has Maddie Payne. So a lot of all-conference players are back here this year. Pitch in for a strike, and that's going to be out number 1 as Faith goes out with a strikeout. Now 1 down. April Arntz has been struck out twice. She is the leadoff batter for Blue Ridge, batting now in the 4th inning with 1 out and nobody on. So again, congratulations to all our returning all-conference players here at Swain High and across the Smoky Mountain Conference. The windup and the throw. Pitch outside for a ball. Nobody on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, and we appreciate all our coaches. Of course, head coach Toby Burrell and his assistants Amanda Carson, Kayla Kirkland, Ashley McClendon. Chelsea Burrell helping out with sports psychology. Our certified athletic trainer, Carrie Powell. We saw her over there wrapping up every wrist and everything else over there. And, of course, our athletic director, Neil Blankenship, and principal Mark Sales. So we appreciate all the folks who get it done. Kind of behind the scenes, if you will. Pitch inside for a ball with 1 out. But again, a good group here. They've been working hard. They're really pumped up, ready to go. And a lot of seniors on this team, maturing and getting better from last year. And we look for a lot of good things from this team. Pitch out, that's going to be high for a ball. And that's going to be a walk here. So April Arntz on for her first time today with a walk with 1 out. Bree Quinn is going to be batting now. Bree has struck out and granted to the pitcher in 2 times. And Taylor hanging in there, trying to keep that ball in the strike zone. The windup and the throw. Swing and a miss by Bree, their starting center fielder. And talking about center field, the outfielder still dealing with the sun somewhat in their eyes, especially on the right side of right field, and the infielders over there on that side. Anything hit up in the air, there's a swing and a miss for a strike. But the sun won't be long over there, dropping behind the mountain over there in the Hazel Creek area. There's a swing and a miss and a strike. So 2 strikeouts now here in the 4th inning for Taylor Day. 2 out, 1 runner on. And Anna Stewart, their pitcher, hitting now. Anna, in 2 times, has hit the ball well. Anna had a single her first time up, and the last time up, she blasted a shot over center field. And now with a runner on first base, she could have another 2-run homer. if she does what she did last time, she just ripped it. This one going to be low for a ball. I'm sure Taylor Day remembers what happened last time with Anna and is not going to give her anything good to look at here. The windup and the throw. Pitch in for a strike. Good pitch. Good pitch. And that is not one I don't think that Anna wanted to take a cut out. It was outside. Just outside her power area, if you will. The windup and the throw. 2 strikes now. Taylor getting it done. 2 quick strikes on Anna Stewart. She has been their best hitter today. 2 hits in 2 times, a single and a 2-run homer. And that started their beginning when they got 4 runs in the 3rd. Pitch just missing for a ball 2. Runner on first, 2 out. As we're in the top of the 4th inning, but our Lady Devils a huge 17-4 lead here with that big 9-run 3rd inning. So our Lady Devils, again, not only pretty solid defensively today, but there's a ball hit straight up in the air. Again, looking into the sun, coming on, doing a good job in right field for out number 3. Again, looking into the sun over there was Alicia Green, and she pulls that one in cleanly for out number 3. So they leave one stranded, and we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Our Lady Devils right now with a great lead right now. It says 17-4, and we'll be back after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. Didn't take long, and already we've got a shot into deep left field that's going to be dropping in and already hustling down to second base. An outstanding job by Kenzie Eagleman. Again, our freshman already on second base just ripped that ball high up in the air. They couldn't handle it over in left field, so Kenzie is going to be on with a double. She hustles on down to second base, and we've got a runner on first base already. And now let's see. Coach Toby Burrell comes on, and we're going to have a pinch runner. So now we're going to have a pinch runner as Kenzie high five between the pinch runner, and we can't tell who that is as she has her coat on, but our pinch runner most of the day has been Kendall Bowers. We don't know if that's Kendall or not. We can't see her number, but again, an outstanding hit. Way to start the inning from the bat of Kenzie Eagleman. Alicia Green batting now. As again, we're looking at the sun right now, our face literally from right field over here. There's another well-hit ball. This one is going to be kind of at the feet of the center fielder and hustling on down to second base with a stand-up double. And we've got a new batter in the ball game here. In fact, let me go to the roster here and get that new batter in the ball game. That's Alyssa Elisa Heyman on with a big double over there. So Alyssa Heyman on with a double over at second base. Outstanding job at the plate. Her first time at bat today, and just rips it into center field. Good hustle. And I've got to believe she's got to be some relation to Gary Heyman. I'm just guessing. I don't know that for sure, but same last name. There's a ground ball. Third baseman can't handle it. It's going to be fair. And we have runners on the corner. Now the batter is coming on down to second base. And good hustle again. And we're not sure who the batter is because we can't see the number, but I'm guessing it might have been Briar Buchanan because now Gabby Jones is stepping into the batter's box. So again, we're seeing some people, some new folks into the game. And again, we're just guessing. We have runners at second and third. So our Lady Devils again getting it done now with a big lead over. There's a foul ball. And now the scoreboard has changed. Now the scoreboard says 16-4. So there must have been an adjustment back behind the official scorebook, behind home plate, I'm guessing, as Gabby Jones steps in. So now we're saying 16-4 on the scoreboard. Oh, a well-hit ball. Left fielder can't handle it. Over her head, all the way to the fence almost. And two runs are in. And down at second base with a stand-up double is going to be Gabby Jones. Way to go, Gabby. 2 big RBIs. And that's going to make it 18-4 for sure, I would imagine. So another big inning for our Lady Devils. And again, we've seen some new faces in here as we are trying to keep track of it, literally looking right into the sun. And coming on to bat now, I think we have another new hitter in the lineup for our Lady Devils. That's going to be Sis. That's right, Alyssa Smith. Most of the people on the team call her Sis, so she is batting now. That one is hit way up in the air. Right fielder coming on, and oh, she's not going to handle it. I'll tell you, it's been a bad day for the Blue Ridge outfielders. They have not been getting to the ball at all. As now, again, Sis hits that one way up in the air, and that's going to drop in. And we have runners on the corners now as we're having a lot of new batters we're trying to keep up with. And again, it's kind of tough for us to see sometimes because we're looking right into the sun. And it looks like we're going to have another change, and for whatever reason, okay, now we're ready to go. Okay, so now again we're going to, okay, this is going to be Taylor Day, one of our regulars. Okay, Taylor is going to be hitting now. And she's been pitching this afternoon, and she's going to take her, oh, she rips one all the way off the fence into left center field. And she is in with a stand-up double and 2 big RBIs. Taylor Day just knocked the cover off that ball off the fence in the air, and 2 RBIs. And that should make it, now it's a 19-4 ball game. Our Lady Devils all over Blue Ridge here this afternoon. And now let's see. Taylor is going to come out, and we're going to have a runner coming in for her. And now coming in, let me go back to the roster again. And that is going to be, that's going to be Tori Treadway coming on to run, I believe. So she's going to be coming on to run. Let's see. Now, wait a minute. I've got Tori Treadway listed as 34, but my roster says, oh, wait a minute. All right. Let me get my roster straight here. I was actually looking at last year's roster when I looked at that. That's going to be Kiera Shook. Kiera Shook is going to be coming on as a pinch runner now. So that is her first appearance in the game. Kiera is a true freshman here down at second base. So another big run, another big inning here. There's a ground ball foul. Batting now is going to be Callan Brown, of course, one of our regulars, the catcher. I say true freshman, of course. In high school, all the freshmen are true freshmen. It's not like college when you have a lot of freshmen who are red shirts. So anyway, There are no redshirt freshmen in the high school game. There's a ball hit just over third base, and apparently it's going to be in, and a run will score. And a nice job by Callan Brown. I know Callan kind of stood there, and everybody kind of like waited for a minute, but it is a fair ball. And so Callan is wait a minute. Okay, now it's going to stand. Now we're going to have another pinch runner coming in. And that looks like Kendall coming back out, as she'll be at first base now. And now it's a 20-4 ball game. And Blue Ridge in a whole lot of trouble here. Runner still on, and our Lady Devils are still batting. Hitting now is going to be top of the lineup, and Grace Cabe hustling on down to second base. I tell you, Kendall Bowers can run. So Grace steps back in. Now runners on second and third as we have a comfortable 20-4 lead here in the fourth inning. And we're all just cold. As now, again, our Lady Devils are just all over Blue Ridge today offensively, as we have put multiple runs on the scoreboard in every inning for a 20-4 lead. Runners on second and third, pitch in, swing and a miss for a strike. And that's going to be strike three. So now let's see if we're going to have a new batter at the plate. And stepping in is going to be, yes, we are going to have a new batter at the plate. And this one is going to be, let's see, as we go back to the roster here, and the wind just blows our papers all over the place. There's a ground ball, and it's going to be in for a base hit. 2 runs will score, and that is Katie Winchester, a true freshman again. So Katie with a big base hit and 2 RBIs, and I tell you, these girls who are hitting for the first time today coming in off the bench are ripping the ball, and that's got to make head coach Toby Burrell very happy and very proud. So again, 2 big RBIs and a really nice single on the right side of the infield off freshman's Katie Winchester's bat. And now that makes it a 22-4 ball game. And all right, we're not sure who's batting now. We're getting the coats on here. It is getting cold as that sun goes down. Pitch high and outside for a ball. Joe Holt and I were talking during the break. When that sun goes down, it's going to get cold. And yes, you can feel the temperature dropping as the sun is dropping, and the wind continues to pick up even a little more, I think. So yeah, it's pretty cold out here. So I don't blame the girls for putting on a little more in the way of something to keep warm, because it's a chilly day. No, it's just cold. The heck with chilly, it's just cold here at Swain County High School this afternoon. Thursday softball game that was rained out Tuesday, playing today. Pitch inside for a ball, and there's another walk. So again, Katie Winchester moves on down to second base after her big base hit. We got a runner at first base now. Again, we're not sure because she's got the coat on, and anything to keep the wind away is obviously the name of the game right now. And for the first time, Blue Ridge calls a timeout. They're going to talk it over. We might have a pitching change. Who knows? But we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Fans, welcome back as we are rocking and rolling here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Our Lady Devils putting runs on the scoreboard, and we have another new batter now as this one is going to be, this one is Alyssa Heyman. Alyssa Heyman batting now, number 5. She was on the base paths just a moment ago, and she's batting now with a 22-4 lead by our Lady Devils in the fourth frozen inning of this softball contest here at Swain County High School. There's a swing and a miss for a strike. And again, we're getting a lot of faces in the ball game this afternoon. If we can hang on to our pages and they all don't blow away here today. And believe me, that has been a battle. As you can hear the wind in our microphone. There's another pass ball, and that's going to be advancing the runners. Well, she was walked anyway, so they didn't even have to run to the next base here. I tell you, it's been a tough inning for Blue Ridge. The Lady Bobcats struggling now. It's a 22-4 ball game. And we have another batter at the plate now. Again, Elisa Heyman on first base, a junior. And again, some of the folks have put on, an extra jacket layer, if you will, over their jerseys. So we're not sure when they do that who is hitting, but they're doing a good job. There's a slap hit. They go to home plate. That's going to be an out. So they get the lead runner. The Lady Bobcats do with a 22-4 score here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Our Lady Devils should be able to wind this ball game up in the top of the fifth inning with a 10-run mercy rule. And even some of our fans have begun to head for the car as it's getting colder, and this game is getting way out of hand. All right, the windup and the throw. Pitch in, swing and a miss. But hopefully on our next broadcast and our next game, actually, that the players will have a warmer day to play. Next Tuesday, we're going to be at Hiawassee Dam. Pitch in the dirt. Everybody stays. Bases are loaded. Next Tuesday, we're going to be at Hiawassee Dam. And next Friday, we're going to be back at home here with Robbinsville. That's the schedule for next week. Pitch in, swing and a miss. But again, it is baseball and softball season, and this early in the year, you always expect we're going to have some cold games. Pitch in, that's going to be strike three, and that's going to end the inning. So 4 innings are in the books, and right now our Lady Devils very well in control, 22-4. We'll be back with the top of the fifth inning and Blue Ridge at bat when we return after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We go to the fifth inning now. Our Lady Devils very, very much with this game in hand, 22-4 score, and Blue Ridge batting now, and we'll see what they can do here on the top of the fifth inning, obviously. And I say this tongue-in-cheek, but obviously they have to have 9 runs to stay in this game. We're in the top of the fifth inning. There's a 10-run mercy rule, and they would have to have 9 runs to make it 22-13 for this game to continue. And all their runs came in the 3rd inning. One of those a 2-run homer. So they haven't been hitting the ball very well at all. So we really just don't expect that to happen. But hey, it is sports, and stranger things have happened. So you just don't know, and that's why you play the game. Pitch in for a strike from pitcher Taylor Day, who's gone the distance here in the top of the 5th inning. And the pitch low, just low for a ball. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the top of the 5th. Sun almost down over there behind the mountain. And well, you can feel the temperature dropping as the innings continue here on a really cold evening here at Swain County High School. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strike to Devin Hennon, their left fielder. And Devin has a pretty good eye. She's been on with 2 walks in her earlier at bat, so she makes Taylor throw strikes here. Pitch in, that's going to be low, and that is going to be ball 4. So we have had some walks here this afternoon, as Devin Hennon now has been on with a walk all 3 times. She has been to the plate with Caitlin Stewart batting. Caitlin has struck out and had a big 2 RBI double earlier today. And those 2 RBIs and then the 2-run homer are all the runs that Blue Ridge has been able to put on the board, though, with a 22-4 ball game. At first base is, again, at first, one potential runner. There's a ground ball to second base. They flip it on over to second, on to first, not in time for a double play. Hanging on down at first base is the runner, but the Lady Devil defense did a good job getting the lead runner. Good hustle over there by our second baseman, Kenzie Eagleman. Flips it on over to the shortstop. Grace Cade got the runner at second base. 1 down now. And Madison Allard was the last batter for Blue Ridge. That was her first day at the plate for the Lady Bobcats, so they have gone to the bench as well, getting some folks some playing time here on the first game of the year for both teams. Opening up the season here on this Thursday. The windup and the throw. Pitch in the dirt. Gets by. The catcher can't find it. The runner at first base doesn't know what's going on, and she never even takes off. So anyway, no attempt at a runner going down to second. So okay. The wind is brisk. Pitch in for a strike now. Taylor still trying to keep it in the strike zone. A 22-4 Lady Devil lead here on the first game of the year. Again, as we mentioned, we're going to be at Hiawassee Dam next Tuesday. We'll be hosting Robbinsville here next Friday at Swain High. There's a well-hit ball, but it's going to be right at Miss Heyman over, and she throws back to first base. If she can get it in time, yeah, that's going to be an easy double play. That runner at first took off, and she did not tag up at all. That is a bang-bang double play, and a great play by Alyssa Heyman out in right field, and that's going to be the ball game as our Lady Devils will now win it 22-4. Hang on, we'll be back with the post-game show. We'll be talking with Coach Toby Burrell and more when we continue here on the Maroon Devils Network. One, two, three. Check 1, 2. Check. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead. Yeah, check 1, 2, 3. Got a test this time? All right. Got sound. All right. I'll head down there if I don't freeze to death. Is this good right here, Joe? Can you still hear me okay? Still got sound? Okay. Hey, Taylor. It's so cold I can't talk. It is cold, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh. Make sure I get everybody's name right. All right.
Recording yet, is it?
So what now?
Is this recording already?
Not yet.
Okay. I get nervous. Let's get the questions first so I can think about it.
Let's see. What do you want to talk about? First game. Let's see. You're both seniors.
Yes.
Obviously a huge win.
Yeah.
Just kind of your thoughts. And we got a lot of seniors. Got 7 seniors, I think.
Yeah.
So talk about how important it is to be maybe a senior leader, something like that, and maybe a play that you thought was big in the game. Obviously, when you're a pitcher, they're all big. So.
Yeah.
But so you threw the ball well.
Thank you.
And they had those 4 runs they got basically on 2 hits, the home run and the double. And so, all right. You guys ready? Check 1, 2. We good? Hi, everybody. Welcome back on the postgame show as we have a chance now to talk to 2 outstanding Lady Devils. We're talking about Taylor Day and Briar Buchanan. Taylor, outstanding job out there in the circle this afternoon. I know it's your first game. Or were you a little nervous before the game started, this being the first game of the year?
Yes, I was nervous, but it turned out to be okay. Yeah.
You really did an outstanding job. I mean, basically, for the most part, the 4 runs in, coming off 2 hits, the home run and the double. Did you feel comfortable getting the ball in the strike zone out there today?
Yes, I did. And when they started getting hits, I started to get inside my head a little, and I just had to wipe it off, and then I was fine at the end. Just had to get back in my groove.
Yeah. How much does this game win? First game out, you don't know. You got some new teammates, but huge win today, 22-4. So this has got to feel good, huh?
Yes, it feels great, and I'm happy with our new players. I'm confident in them. I have good backup, so.
Outstanding job. Now, Briar, of course, big win today, 22-4 by our Lady Devils. Talk about the senior leadership. I know we have 7 seniors on this team, so it's Taylor and yourself. That's important to provide that leadership, isn't it?
Yes, it's really important for 7 of us and 23 players on the team, so there's only 4 coaches. So a lot of seniors can help the team and help them if they're messing up. We can go and be like, hey, you're doing this, and we can always boost their confidence.
Yeah, well, you're doing something right because a huge win today, 22-4. Did you really feel like at any point in the game that they might get back in it, or were you pretty comfortable all day with this nice lead from the first inning on?
I was confident in our team and knowing that with Taylor pitching that we all had her back, and I knew we could all be a clutch player and get that win.
Yeah. Now, you hit the ball really well, obviously. Were you comfortable at the plate this afternoon?
Yeah, I was pretty comfortable. Just got to focus on that pitch and not worry about all the other errors.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, congratulations, ladies. Great way to start the season, 22-4 win. So next week, I think we are on the road at Hiawassee Dam and then Robbinsville back here next week. So, hey, good job and keep it rolling, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Briar Buchanan and Taylor Day, ladies and gentlemen. And Coach Toby Burrell getting ready to step in here and have a word with us here on the postgame show. A big 22-4 win, Coach. I tell you what, not a bad way to start the season, huh?
No, not at all. And it would, like you say, 22-4, big win for us, and it's a W and conference W on top of that, so that helps along the way as well. So, yeah, all in all, it's a good win.
It really was. You know, we hit the ball from the first inning on, and it just seemed like really comfortable at the plate here. Had some outstanding base running. We were really aggressive on the base paths, and that really paid off.
Well, you know, one of the things that we do is we work on all three phases. We work on defense, offense, and base running every day in practice, and it pays off for us in those dividends. We tell the kids basically we want to be able to steal a run, steal an out, and steal a hit somewhere along the way because of our hard work. And I think that really paid off for us today. They were really in tune. I was happy with that. They were in tune pretty much all day at the plate, and I think that, you know, one of our big focuses this year is that we want to get good pitches to hit, and we've worked really hard on not just throwing the batting practice, but saying, hey, this is a 2-2 pitch. What are you going to do with it? And I think that paid off today. I think that we saw some dividends out of that. As you said, they had good at-bats. They were comfortable at the plate all day. Even if they were down in the count, they were comfortable. And that's sort of what we're striving for is that we get aggressive in aggressive counts and defensive in defensive negative counts where we're behind in the count. I thought we had a good job of that all day.
Yeah. Talking about defense, Taylor obviously threw the ball well, but even sometimes when she didn't, Callan, I thought, did a really good job behind the plate, keeping that ball in front of her.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Callan's very unnoticed back there. She does a tremendous job for us. She really blocks up the ball well. She calls a good game, and her and Taylor have a really good relationship. So a lot of times Briar can say things to her that as coaches we can't, to kind of spur her along and be in her corner. So they have a good relationship and they work very well together. I thought the temperatures got to Taylor a little bit. We were worried about that in that one long inning we had, and then we come back and we gave up the runs. And after that, Coach Carson alertly got Taylor to go throw while we were hitting so that she didn't get as cold. And it's really hard to get a grip on the ball on a day like today when your hands are cold and you don't have the biggest hands in the world. It's really hard to guide the ball where you want it. Both pitchers kind of struggle with that, but that's a weather thing more than anything else. And the big thing with the timeout and going out and talking to Taylor was just getting her to refocus a little bit and not dwell on the negative stuff, not dwell on not being able to throw strikes, and just focus. And then the next inning we got her throwing in between innings, and it worked out a lot better for us. So, you know, she's got electric stuff at times. We saw it today, and I think as the temperatures get warmer, it'll be better for her.
Yeah, well, Coach, we're hoping for warmer weather next week. I know we go to Hiawassee Dam on Tuesday and then Robbinsville back here next Friday. So one thing about it probably will not be much colder, I can imagine.
I hope not. I hope this is the bottom of the temperature gauge for us all year. It'd be very happy with that. All things considered, you know, it's a big win for us, like you say. And next week we got Hiawassee Dam and we got Robbinsville. But all we're doing is trying to take care of what we do and go forward and play those games. And there'll be conference games, and we'll go put our best foot forward. And I hope we have an effort like we did today.
Hey, outstanding job. But again, as I mentioned to Taylor and Briar, you can already see the senior leadership on this team. That's really coming through.
Well, they do a great job, and we've really challenged them this year to be servant leaders instead of just vocal leaders, and they've taken that challenge on very well. I'm really proud of them. I think they hit the nail on the head there with 23 kids out there and 4 coaches. They become an extension of us, and they're on the same page as us. So if I see them working with a hitter, I'm fine with that. I like it, as a matter of fact, because hitters like that too. They look up to those kids, and they should. And so they gain a lot of knowledge out of that. And the seniors played very relaxed today, and I think it paid off for the kids. And, you know, the big thing, I think they were as happy for Alyssa and I coming in getting those hits as they were getting their own hits. You know, they were tickled to death for them, and getting some of those younger kids in that they've seen work. It's kind of like their group, and they really liked that, being able to. It wasn't any sour faces for coming out of the game, you know, and that's just great servant leadership on their part, making sure everybody else gets a piece of the pie too. And it was a good win for us in that regard.
Fans, that's going to wind it up. Our Lady Devils off to a great start, a 22-4 win, impressive defense, pitching, and obviously doing a good job at the plate as well. And, hey, the coach isn't bad either. Fans, stay tuned. We'll have more as the season grows on, so stay right here with us always on the Maroon Devils Network.